Hello, everybody. How are you? It's great to have you with us. Good evening. Welcome to Jim Masters Live here on Facebook. It is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. Checking in, chiming in, sending you some love and light. How is everybody doing today? Did you have a good day? I hope everybody is doing okay, if not spectacular. We were really busy today, had some on-air shows to do, more scripts to write, and we were chatting with family and friends. And I see a lot of folks already chiming in. Marianne Kelly is with us. Marianne, good evening. Good to have you with us. I'll be chatting with you live on the radio tomorrow, and that's going to be really cool. We welcome everybody who's joining us. If you're just joining us for the very first time, this is Jim Masters TV Live. We've been doing several episodes. This is our fourth episode. That's right, our fourth episode so far. And it's been really, really cool because we had an opportunity on the first episode on Sunday to take you on location. And we went on location to a really cool spot. We went to Saybrook Point, which is a beautiful place in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. That was gorgeous. I see Mike Ferrante here as well. I see Ken here as well. Good to see everybody as we broadcast live from the home studio here. We took everybody on Sunday to Saybrook Point Inn and Marina, and that was gorgeous on Sunday. And then on Monday, we went along the Shoreline Greenway Trail together. And that's the trail that goes from Hammonasset State Beach and Park, which is on the Connecticut coast in southern New England. That is in Madison, Connecticut. And that goes from, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance to do it, you can hike it, you can bike it. It goes from Madison, Connecticut to Guilford, Connecticut, to Branford, Connecticut, to East Haven, Connecticut. And it ends right at New Haven Harbor. And that is at Lighthouse Park and Lighthouse Point. Really beautiful. And we did that on location. So that episode was actually on location, as was the one in Saybrook. Last night was a heck of a lot of fun. Did you guys enjoy it who were with us last night? We had a lot of folks joining us from really all over the world, not only here in the United States and our neighbors to the north in Canada, but we also had a lot of people in Ireland, Italy, Australia, France, Spain, who were with us. And I heard from so many people afterwards, Australia, even though there's such a big time difference. If you're just joining us for the first time, maybe new to this, I'm a television and radio host, journalist, actor, voiceover artist, narrator, producer, writer, MC, and I do this kind of work for a living. But so many people have said, Jim, you should do this, especially right now during what we've been going through together. Absolutely unprecedented times, isn't it? What we've all been experiencing, it's been extraordinary. I hope you and your family are doing well. I send you love and light, blessings. It's, as I've said multiple times on the air live on actual television and radio and here on social media, this is something that, this really is something that only I think Steven Spielberg or Stephen King could have really scripted. It's that outlandish, that wacky, that unbelievable. But of course, it's very serious stuff too. So many people, so many lives have been affected, the economy as well. So if you know me, either personally or through my work professionally, and some of you I see that are here do in both areas, or if you're just following me on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever you are, you know that I like to do things that are positive, that really lift people up, that really lifts the spirit in ways that, you know, sort of transcends the norm. What I mean by that is I try to do things that are positive for people through my efforts. You know, literally the light is always shining on me in my career, but I'm somebody, if you know me personally, I like to shine that light on other people through my work and personally as well. So we're doing that right now with Jim Masters Live. Also, I invite you to check out my YouTube channel. A lot of you have been doing that. There's a lot of video work and stuff I've done in the career there, and I'm posting all kinds of content. But also there's a series of incredible episodes of Masters Mantras Live. And that grew out of the Facebook posts I've been doing the last couple of years, which are Masters Mantras. And these are positive vibes, positive things I've been doing on Facebook things that I just think of. They're observations about life. Sometimes they are something funny to lift the day. Sometimes they're responsive to crazy things that go on in society. So these are positive, uplifting Masters mantras, and I share them at YouTube, Facebook, first on a Facebook, but then so many of you have told me you need to do something further. So we're writing a book. A lot of those Masters mantras are going to be in there, so stay tuned for that. And you can go to YouTube, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead. I'll subscribe to your channel as well. Marianne Kelly says, last night was a fun trip down memory lane. And wasn't it? What we did last night was we all got together and we became kids again. Every single one of us. We all became kids because we talked about our favorite childhood memories and toys, the toys that we played with. And if I pan the camera, how many of you think some of those toys from last night are still right over here? Some of them still are. I whipped out all the Matchbox cars. Remember that? That was a lot of fun too. When we were taking a look at the Matchbox cars up close and personal. The board game Twister too. We had that. Connect 4. Then I had that beautiful kaleidoscope. And then some of you were talking about the Barbie dolls, the Smurfs, the Colecos, the Ataris, all the different toys that you had, the things you did as a kid. So we wanted to lighten the load because, again, as somebody who's in the media all the time and television, radio, and everywhere else, I know that the news can be really heavy. The news is important. We have to know what's going on. We have to listen to the experts, the scientists, the health professionals, just everything in one fell swoop. However, we have to also breathe. And here's something that is very important that we do. And I mentioned this on the Masters Mantras live series on YouTube. And I encourage you to do this. This is something that I found, actually, the family and I were on a vacation. I think it's 2-3 years ago. We went out to Newport, Rhode Island. And if you've ever been to Newport, it's beautiful. And there was this cool shop that we went to, a lot of little nooks and crannies in Newport. Priscilla Lynn, she's originally from Connecticut. She says, found you, my friend. Hello from Priscilla Lynn from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Yes, she left the Northeast. Lucky her. And she lives and makes her home in beautiful, beautiful St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Matter of fact, where is everybody watching from right now? I'd love to know. Sharon DeMaria, very supportive. Love her. Love connecting with her every day. Christine Fairwood, love her. She said her phone alerted her that I was going to be on at 7 o'clock. A lot of you told me you like 7 o'clock as a good time because, you're it's in between supper and dinner. And then maybe the start of any 8 o'clock shows you're watching on Netflix or anything that you might be doing. Again, we're all doing different things these days, cleaning a lot of closets, cleaning a lot of basements. We're talking to our families and connecting with our relatives near and far, which is such a beautiful thing. If there's anything that has been positive out of what we've been going through, it is truly the connections we've been making here on social media and also on the phone, the old-fashioned way. People have been writing letters. They've been doing cool things as well. Thanks, Sharon. My sister Lori is watching and Mom are watching. They are in beautiful sunny Florida. And that's a good, actually, cue. There's something here I'm going to show you that we got at that shop in Newport. But first, I like to start the shows when I do them here at the home studio. I can't necessarily do them when I'm on location, but I will definitely do this. I'm going to toast to every single one of you, Sharon and Lori and Priscilla, Christine and Ken and Mike and everybody that's here and everybody who's joining us as well. I want to toast to all of you. Thanks for being here on my Facebook pages at Jim Masters TV, on the friend page. Some of you are also following me, Jim Masters TV, on Twitter, Instagram. You're on my YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Some of you watch me on television. You've been listening to me on the radio, whatever it may be. Some of you are friends that I've known for years. Some of you have become friends as a result of social media. And just we bump into each other maybe at Home Depot or the supermarket. I toast you and you and you and you and you and you, all of you. raise a glass. As I always say, get a glass of your favorite beverage and join me here 7 p.m. live, and we'll have some fun and we will chat. We will converse. Feel free. Cheers to you, Ken. Cheers to you, Christine. Love having you guys here every night. And of course, Ken is in Wappingers Falls, New York. Robin Levine Bauer is here. She's from beautiful Hatboro, Pennsylvania. I cheer you as well. Sharon, cheers to you. But there's a couple of people that I really, as somebody very special. Lakayam, absolutely. Salute, Slante. I think it's Slancha. I always say Slante, and I should know because I have Irish in me. I think it's Slancha. The Irish contingent coming in should chime in and tell me. I have something special. Now, I'm going to have a toast. What is this? Last night, if you were with us, we had some of that Shock Top Belgian white beer. It has sort of like an orange flavor in it. Really delicious, very light. I posted a picture of that a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, and people are like, oh my God, I love Shock Top. It's really good. This is a little amaretto on the rocks in this cool glass. This glass actually comes from a set that was given by a beloved relative, my Aunt Gertie, my mother's oldest sister, Gertrude, or we called her Gertie. And she was like a grandmother to us. And this somehow was given to me. She used to have these, and we'd have different things in them. So this is some amaretto. I know you don't really see it in the green glass, but I toast to all of you. If you have your beverage of choice, whether it's water or ginger ale, coffee, tea, some wine, some vino, beer, whatever it may be, to you. And also, I'd like to start the show letting you know that it's all about lights, camera, and action. That's pretty cool. I picked that up a while ago at a shop. But there's something else that I want to do that's actually near and dear to my heart. And Ken says, ah, yes, amaretto. You can't go too bad. Christine says, let's get bombed. Good. I tell you. Good. Then I'd have to bring in Hoda Kotb and Kathy Lee Gifford, right? If they know how to have wine. They used to have wine when they did the Today Show. Don't know if you can do it. If this was real television and radio, I don't know if we'd be able to do that. But we're on social media, so we can have some. So get yours. Special day today for a lot of people, of course. Like I said, it's really an interesting time we're living in. Ever since everything started, and people have been going through some extraordinary things. There's a lot of sadness out there. There's a lot of loss, economic, health, fear. So I've been doing a lot of radio shows and interviewing a lot of people on close-up radio who are experts, and we've been trying to work through and guiding the audience through dealing with a lot of what's going on. Believe me, it impacts every single one of us. I know people personally who've been affected by the pandemic. Where there's been losses. One of my dear friends lost her father. Her father was a prominent doctor in New Jersey, came from the Dominican Republic in the 1960s, one of the first from the Dominican Republic to ever start a clinic in New Jersey. He lived to the beautiful age of 93, but the virus took him. There was a young guy up in Connecticut, Danbury, in his early 30s, married with 2 children, and very fit, healthy, you know, the picture of life. And he also succumbed to it as well. And I think you can find something about his story. It was on television, on the networks as well. But there's so many stories, countless stories. The beloved playwright Terrence McNally. I mean, so many people. God bless us all. Truly, God bless us all. And what I'd like to say is, you're here. I'm here. We have our loved ones. We have our friends. Truly a blessing. The relatives. Check in with them. Check in with, you know, somebody who's maybe a senior who isn't hearing from people. Try to check in. And again, I'd like to also say, as I say on all of my social media, and I've said it on the air on television, radio, tip of the hat to all the nurses, the doctors, the EMTs, the police department, the fire department, the postal workers, the delivery people, you know, the people at the banks, the people in the Walgreens, CVS, you know, the pharmacy people that are working so hard, people in the warehouses, doing delivery truck drivers. They've been keeping it going. Sharon says amen. they've been keeping it going. God bless them, right? Everything would be completely closed if those folks, and I know folks in every single one of those areas. I have relatives that are in the medical field, nurses, my cousin Christine, as well as Michelle and so many others that are in the healthcare field. They're in New York, working really, really hard, and they could tell you stories of things that they've seen. But on a lighter note, respiratory therapists as well. And Ken said last night here on Jim Masters TV Live that his, I believe it was his brother, right? Ken, your brother is an anesthesiologist at Danbury Hospital in Danbury, Connecticut. Bless him as well. Absolutely. Front line of the battle. That's right, Christine. Absolutely. Karen Levitt is here. Karen Levitt, nice to see you. Let us know the different towns and states and cities and countries you guys are watching from. Karen Levitt, wonderful person, amazing. I had an opportunity to interview her live on Close Up Radio about a week or so ago. We had a fantastic time, and we've stayed in touch ever since. Yes, your brother, Ken, my pleasure, my pleasure. I want to say happy birthday to Nola B as well. I know her mother, Jennifer Bowen. She's fantastic. And Nola is a very spectacular person. And we had dinner, all of us. It was a group of us at the Madison Beach Club in Madison, Connecticut, which is a beautiful place, about a year or so ago. And Nola, if you're watching, happy birthday to you. I promised I would give you a shout out. Folks, while you are here, and I can see all of your messages, which is perfect, and I hope you love our set here. Let me know if there's anybody special in your life that you want me to send good wishes to. Maybe somebody that's not doing too well, somebody that's struggling, somebody that's ill. Maybe there's a birthday. Maybe there is an anniversary. My friend, guitarist Pablo's beautiful wife, it's her birthday today as well. He's a famous guitarist as well. A couple of other things I want to do, and there's something very special I want to do right now. As I mentioned, happy birthday, right, to some folks. If you have some folks that you want me to say happy birthday, or of course, there's a lot of graduations right now that aren't necessarily happening for all the students in college and high school and elementary school, junior high school. A lot of it's happening virtually. Karen, thanks. Also, the truck drivers who keep us stocked in all the necessities. That's right. You got that, Karen. Very important. I want to wish happy birthday to all of those who are celebrating birthdays. There you go. Happy birthday to you and you and you and you and you. Right? So, something else. And I think somebody else that's watching knows what I'm talking about. I want to show you a very special picture. Very special in my family, very special to me. You're very welcome, Robin. And teachers, too, have also been key, because the teachers have been doing the online teaching, and I have a couple of friends who are teachers, and actually relatives, cousins who are teachers, and that's been a whole upheaval in terms of how, that has happened, and how you've had to really pivot, truly pivot. We've all had to pivot, every single one of us. I mean, right now for me, we're doing this live on social media, but any of the on-air shows professionally that I've been doing have been happening out of the home studio. On Close Up Radio, those daily radio interviews I do on the network. As far as like television shoots, things of that nature, that's been real quiet right now because there's no flights. I'm supposed to be going to San Antonio, there's a shoot in Florida. Boy, even the cell phone is buzzing. We're getting more on the cell phone. I'm supposed to go to San Antonio to do an interview. We're supposed to go to Ireland for an interview. All kinds of things, but all of it's paused because, of course, the flights aren't happening, and nobody really wants to travel right now. So we're erring on the side of caution. But again, fingers crossed, everything will return for everybody, and everybody will be super busy. I'm fortunate because I can work out of the home studio, and that's been a blessing. I've been doing voiceover work and narrations and scripts and the live radio shows and more. Something special I've got to show you here. That is yours truly holding his baby sister, Lori. Justin Bieber, eat your heart out. I had that haircut with the bangs before you did. Same thing. Peter Brady on the Brady Bunch. Donny Osmond. Yes, and today is, let me see if I can put it higher there. Today is my sister Lori's birthday. Happy birthday to Lori. She is my sister, and I love her dearly. Sharon says, "Aw." Here's another shot of us as children. Jimmy and Lori. We're very close. She's married with children. They live in Florida, as do my folks. They're from up here originally. As I mentioned last night, I grew up in New York on Long Island. And we have a lot of relatives in New York, and we have a lot of relatives in Connecticut and Massachusetts and all over the country. My mother is the youngest of 16, so we have a big family in Connecticut and Massachusetts and all over the country. A little bit more sharing Jim Masters behind the scenes here for you. That's, of course, that's when Santa Clauses really looked like Santa Clauses. And when you used to go and have those photos taken. There's my sister and I. Great shot. She's watching right now. Hopefully she has something to toast with as well. Sharon says happy birthday. Christine says happy birthday. Ken, my sister Lori, loves the picture. Here's a cool one. When she came up to visit for a week, you know, when you go down there, family goes down, family comes up. We're very close family, everybody. And we're fortunate. We've always been close with our relatives too, aunts and uncles and cousins. So she came up and we went to Lincoln Center, and we went all around the city. This is in Manhattan. And it's about maybe a year or so ago, not that long ago. And singer Bryan Adams was appearing. And I had exclusive VIP tickets that I got from my friends at WNET Channel 13. As you know, I've worked with public television for years. So this was one of the shots. We saw the singer Bryan Adams, and it was really cool. And then, of course, a lot of you know I've been on the air for a long time. So when I was on iHeartRadio, I did a show for about 18 years that I hosted and produced and marketed and sold. It was called The Home Shopper Show. It was very similar to like Home Shopping Network. And I was on the air 10 hours live every weekend. And then during the week, I was meeting with all these great businesses, these restaurants, and these shops and local. And that's why I say support local. And I hosted and produced the show. And there was a big 15th anniversary party when I had reached 15 years on the air at the iHeartRadio station, which was WELI. And my sister, of course, and the family. But this is a great shot of us actually in the on-air studio at the station, the iHeartRadio station, where I had hosted that show for a long time, about 18 years. This was the 15-year anniversary, so she had come up to visit. And here's another shot of us. There's millions of them. Just picked a few that I really love. And this one here is of us. We are actually at Mohegan Sun Casino, an entertainment complex in Connecticut, in Eastern Connecticut. See if I can get it in there a little closer for you. So that is Sis and me. So just want to again raise a glass to my sister, my wonderful sister, on her birthday. It's really beautiful when you get a chance to celebrate family and loved ones. And do you guys have anybody that you are celebrating? Martha Oliver Swartz says, Lori, happy birthday. Let's see. Christine Fairwood. Lori says, thank you to everybody. Robin says, happy birthday. Mike says, hello from Long Island. Christine, G. Fox in Hartford, every year to see Santa. G. Fox was a great store. I got to tell you, legendary store in Connecticut. And we used to come up to Connecticut every summer and spend about a month visiting all those relatives. And there was one time my aunt Aunt Gertie, went to a doctor appointment, and for some reason I went with her. And after we went to the doctor appointment, she wanted to have lunch at the restaurant or cafeteria, luncheonette, I guess it was called back then, at G. Fox Department Store in downtown Hartford, which was like a legendary place. And it was really, really cool. We spent the day together. I don't know if any of you have been to that store, and if you've remembered, after the store closed after many years, they turned it into a winter wonderland. And they took like about maybe 6 or 7 floors, and they used to open it up at Christmas. and each floor was a spectacular different scene and setting. One was filled with Christmas trees, one was Santa's workshop, and the family, my parents and sister and brother-in-law and nephew and all of us, everybody, all the loved ones, Aunt Gertie too, of course, we were all there, and we got a chance to tour that. They don't do it anymore. It's become something else, but thank you very much, Sharon. Beautiful memories. I toast again to my sister, that amaretto. That's very smooth. Ken, great photos. So nice to see the love you and your sister have for each other. We're very fortunate. You know, I'm a very big believer in life. Things start from the top down. So, you know, our parents too, our parents really set the tone. Jim and Helen, beautiful people, our parents, they set, you know, a loving home, educated us. We didn't have to worry about anything. We had a very good childhood, both of us, and made sure we were always involved with our family, meaning all of our relatives, our cousins, our aunts and uncles. And that still holds true today. And it's really, really important, you know, if you get a chance to do that, because life is short, as we know. And, you know, we have a big family, but some of the folks are gone. It's a couple of aunts and uncles and a couple of cousins, and that's what happens in life. So let me know what you guys are up to. How are you guys getting through some of what is going on? A lot of you have been telling me, plus I've had an opportunity to chat with a lot of people who have been mentioning to me that they're doing a lot of different things that they've wanted to do for a while, meaning they've always wanted to do this or always wanted to do that, but they never had time to do it because of the chaos and busyness of life. Same thing for me. There's a lot of things that I'm able to really focus on. Even this, I wanted to do this for several years, and everybody's been asking me to do this. But because I've always been on planes and boats and buses and trains doing TV shoots, radio shows, or stage work, or whatever it is, I never had the time to really focus on this. But now I've been really focused on it, and I absolutely love it. Yes, Laurie says, Aunt Gertie and G Fox, we will always remember. That's right, absolutely. That's a hashtag Masters Mantra ×2. Here's that item I was telling you guys that we found on a vacation out in Newport, Rhode Island. And it was really, really cool. It was, I just saw it, and you know, it's so apropos. It's so perfect for right now, for this time of the year. Not this time of the year, this time in our lives. It's this. Relax. If there's any way at all during all of this, with this pandemic and all the craziness of everything that's going on, if there's any way to just relax. And you know what's cool about this? Take a look at that. If you look at it, I'm going to be back here. If you look at it, it's like an old-fashioned beach scene. And it's really, really cool. It's like from the 1920s, and it's on all of the letters of relax. So I've shown this actually on the air a couple of times. And it's something that, you know, if we can remember to do that, to breathe, you know, mindfulness is something that's really important in our lives too. Martha Oliver Swartz, I'm building a fairy garden. I'm watching you from Michigan. It's a chilly day. Robin is keeping extremely busy while teaching her students and taking a bunch of online grad courses. Robin, what do you teach, and what is the grade? Let me know about that. I'd like to know that. So Martha is building a fairy garden. Wow, I'm gonna have to see some pictures of that in Michigan, huh? What part of Michigan are you in, Martha? Let us know what part of Michigan you're in. I was just in Wisconsin, actually, for the very first time, not that long ago, and it was cool. It was on a TV shoot, and I was interviewing a guest for, I think it was for Close Up Television, and we got a chance to go to Milwaukee, and we got a chance to do. Everybody said you got to eat the cheese curds, and you got to. Let's see. He can't wait to start my patio pots, but it's cold. So that's Christine. You're going to start the patio pots. You know, yeah, in certain areas it's been a little cold. I'm a gardener. My family would tell you I have a green thumb. I like to get into the garden. I find it really therapeutic. And I think a lot of people said they're going to be doing a lot of gardening this year because it's something you can do at home. Millington, Michigan, by the thumb area. Is that what they actually call it? The thumb area there in Michigan, the thumb. That's cool. I like that. Are any gardeners out there? We've got a fairy garden being created by Martha, and Christine wants to get her patio pots ready to go because it's going to be cold. What are some of your hobbies? What are some of the fun things that you guys do? Martha says yes. One of the things that I like to do is right now I'm taking guitar, taking Spanish, doing things like that, because I'd love to do broadcasts fully in Espanol if I could, and maybe also learn some other languages as we go along. I mean, I took Spanish in college, but there's a few words here and there, but I really want to, in order to come on the air and do it for you, I'd like to really be more proficient in it. Oh, there's something I forgot. How can I forget? I'm so enamored by all these fabulous people that are joining us here. This is really awesome. It's really cool to see you in such a setting here as the home studio, and you're comfortable in your home. Hopefully you have your beverage of choice here on Jim Masters TV Live. And I got to do this too. Oh, let's see, herbs and flowers in pots, and I have a large raised bed. Oh, that sounds nice. You'll have to send me some pictures of that. Robin Levine Bauer, she teaches third grade to inner city students in Philadelphia. And most of her students speak English as a second language. And she's actually liking this new challenge. That's terrific. Bravo. Kudos to you. It's beautiful work you're doing, Robin. My students have been amazing as we learn together. That is absolutely beautiful. Blessings to you, Robin. You are impacting lives for the greater good. The work you're doing right now will have long-lasting effects for years. So that's absolutely beautiful work that you're doing. So the thing that I forgot that I want to do, Mom and I just planted marigolds over the weekend, looking great. So that's my sister. She said she and my mother working in the yard at the Masters compound in Florida. Sometimes if you're with me on Facebook, I always show pictures when we visit the family for Christmas and other times at the Masters compound, and they just planted the marigolds. You know, if you don't like lots of bees, like wasps and all of that, bees are very good, of course, for the garden. We know that. But some of those wasps and other things, marigolds will keep them away. Trying hydroponic growing of vegetables indoors in a tower garden. Karen, that is fantastic. Robin, you're very welcome. That sounds really cool. I'd love to see pictures of that. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've done square foot gardening when I was a kid. I used to have a garden where I grew corn and string beans and tomatoes. And my folks, my father, always very big with the yard. The rhododendrons, the azaleas, the rose bushes, the dogwood trees, which would be blooming soon. Let's see. Love doing marigolds. Can't kill them. That is so true, Christine. My Uncle Ray, who was my Aunt Gertie's husband, he would plant marigolds around this 2-acre garden that they had in Connecticut. And because he had corn stalks, he had everything. He had, getting choked up talking about it, he had string beans, he had tomatoes, he had everything, watermelon, pumpkins. And I asked him, hey, said Uncle Ray, why are you being responsible to Mother Earth? Yes, Karen. Ken says, yes, that's a beautiful compound. I've seen the pictures, the Masters compound. Martha says, Robin Levine Bauer, kudos to you. So we're doing some networking here, and I love that at Jim Masters TV. Thank you for all your hard work. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. That's right, 5/4 through the 8th. And I believe it was Nurses Appreciation Day yesterday. Matter of fact, around here, there was all kinds of sirens and horns and everything. I thought, you know, there was a nuclear war happening. Turned out a couple of friends texted me and they said they were doing that to celebrate and salute the nurses. Yes, Christine, you were just about to take the words out of my mouth. The marigolds keep the mosquitoes away, and they also keep other bugs away from the garden. So if you're planting vegetables and you don't want all these other bugs and, you know, rodents to come in, the marigolds, for some reason, keep them away. Starting cucumbers. Karen is starting cucumbers, chives, rosemary, and tomato. Can't wait. Make a big salad. All of us watching will come over to Karen's. Should we bring the Italian, the blue cheese, rosemary vinaigrette, or the balsamic, or the Russian, or the French? Starting cucumbers. And Robin says, thank you, Martha. So nice of you. This wonderful to connect. Karen, that's right. The Blue Angels flew over that area, and they did a beautiful job. I don't know if you saw that. They flew over the Statue of Liberty as well. And in certain areas, More texts coming in. Nice to hear from everybody. If you're just joining us, I am Jim Masters, your host this evening, and we toast you and you and you and you and you. I like to do this each night. Tonight, we're coming to you from the home studio. Last night, we did a whole thing on Matchbox cars and Barbie dolls. My sister had the Mrs. Beasley doll. I had the Lost in Space robot. I showed you Twister, the kaleidoscopes, Connect 4, all the Matchbox cars, all the stuff from childhood. We had a childhood memory lane episode last night. Let's see. Whatever you all like. Okay. Whatever we all like for salad dressing. Karen will have the salad ingredients. We'll bring the dressing, the bread, the wine, and maybe a little amaretto too. Ken says his wife is a teacher as well, and it's amazing what you all do to keep the education going. It's really true. Absolutely, absolutely. What a great group of people we have here tonight on Jim Masters Live TV. I was mentioning the last two nights ago, we were on location. I took you on location to Saybrook Point, and then I took you to the Shoreline Greenway Trail, and we walked. And that was a funny one because it was so cold and it was so windy. My hat almost blew off my head. I had everything I could do to keep the phone. I was using the phone. This is the computer tonight, but I was using the phone. And I'm going over that steel, beautiful railroad bridge. And my mom watching would know what I'm talking about because we took photos and I took her to the Shoreline Greenway Trail a while ago. And it's a beautiful area, hugs the coast. But the wind wanted to rip the phone almost out of the selfie stick into the ocean. I mean, I do it all for you. I risk my life on steel bridges and windstorms to provide wonderful content for your evening. And a little amaretto to boot. Let's see. Karen, nobody mentioned that. We mentioned all the board games, the Chutes and Ladders, and did anybody mention Rock'em Sock'em Robots last night? Who remembers Rock'em Sock'em Robots? What's really cool is a lot of these, the Spirograph. I had the Spirograph. My sister had the Light-Bright. A lot of these things are back in the stores. I was in Staples because I had to get some supplies 2 days ago. Connect 4 was in there. Light-Bright's in there. Spirograph. All the retro things are back now for a whole new generation to enjoy. Ken said he forgot to mention color forms last night. Oh, yeah, color forms. They sort of peeled and you used to. Then there was Operation. Remember that one too? Marblehead was another. Sharon, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate what I'm doing here. Marianne Kelly, I appreciate that as well. What I said that I wanted to do at the top of the show, but I'll do it now, is so much fun. Karen, thank you very much. Yeah, you can play for hours with those toys. Did anybody ever keep any of their toys from childhood? Some of these things, I still have all those Matchbox cars, baseball cards. My father gave me his Brooklyn Dodger cards, which that's a blessing. There's another one. My cousins liked Hungry Hippos. I think that was one. Johnny Lightning. I had that set too. Lincoln Logs. Somebody mentioned Lincoln Logs last night too, and I forgot that because I had the Lincoln Logs and I really enjoyed it. Stretch Armstrong. My sister says, yes. Toasting to you as well, Martha. Robin says, did anyone mention creepy crawlers? No, they mentioned Atari, Coleco. Somebody else had the Mrs. Beasley doll, which you remember came from the TV series Family Affair with Brian Keith and Johnny Whitaker, Buffy and Jody. Mr. Potato Head. In the later years, Mr. Potato Head, when it was animated in the movies, you know who the voice of Mr. Potato Head was? It was the late Don Rickles. There's a little trivia there for you. Yes, Marianne Kelly, Mrs. Beasley, Chatty Cathy, all her other dolls as well. I had Lost in Space, Gumby and Pokey. Who remembers Davy and Goliath? I don't think they ever had any figures. Do you remember also, too, a lot of times, a lot of the TV shows and movies, they would have things that were toys and shirts and lunch boxes based on whatever the TV series was. Usually it was a Saturday morning cartoon, which would be a cartoon version of a series everybody's watching on TV. They don't really do that anymore, but they used to do that with the lunch boxes and the shirts. And Barrel of monkeys. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And goldfishes. Yeah, I had a whole tropical aquarium. It was in my bedroom. It was really cool. And I had I don't know if my sister is going to want me to mention this because I do love her. Let's see. Amato's Toy Store selling puzzles and Legos. This is Christine Fairwood chiming in. And now they can't keep them in stock as people and kids are home, and they're doing pickup curbside. That's fantastic. That's good to know. You know, all those retro things that are wholesome and fun, you can spend hours with your family playing with, they are becoming popular again, which is nice. Remember the sea monkey things? Yes, too. My cousin Kathy had those sea monkeys. They were strange too, right? Weren't they something like powder and you put it in the water and all of a sudden sea monkeys developed? Martha Ken says that she loved the sea monkeys too. Wow, all kinds of cool stuff here. That's nice to see. Oh, I want to sing happy birthday to my sister Lori and to anybody else out there who is celebrating a birthday this week. You know how on Facebook it always tells you all these people have birthdays, and I always try to keep up with that as best as I can. You know, sometimes you might miss a day, but if there's anybody who's having a birthday this week, last week, next week, or this month, wish you happy birthday. And yeah, Ken loved the sea monkeys, all this innocent stuff. I still have, you won't believe this, but my parents saved my red fire engine. And we actually have it. It's in the basement. It's here. I have a climate controlled storage unit that has sealed records. I'm a music collector too. And I have CDs, records, reel-to-reel tapes of thousands of all kinds of different kinds of music. I also have a music group that I had for 18 years on a Yahoo groups that I founded and moderated. It was called Beautiful Instrumentals and Vocals Group. Really cool group. Well, Yahoo groups changed their format and they sort of closed all the groups that were on there off. So I brought it over to Facebook. So it's on Facebook, Beautiful Instrumentals and Vocal Groups. Really good music on there. Where's the candles? Everything old is new again. Absolutely. So for my sister, whose birthday is today, that's right, May 6th. We're going back. Now we're doing it backwards. Hope you're enjoying this. Hope you're having a good time. It's all about light and love and levity, positive vibes, inspiration. We're all in this together, not just during this time. We're in this together when this hopefully subsides too. I'm a big believer in that. If you want to know about my Death Valley story, that's another thing. That was a very moving and life-changing thing that happened to me when I was driving alone. I wasn't supposed to drive alone, but I ended up driving alone through Death Valley after a TV shoot. And I shared that story on YouTube at Masters Mantras Live. It's the last episode so far. We've got 8 episodes of the series on YouTube at jimmasterstv. Check that out. I tell you about some life-changing things that happened, about how I look at life. About a year and a half ago, I was sent on a TV shoot out in Las Vegas. And after the shoot, everything wrapped up and the camera guy went back to LA. I still had about a day left before I had to head back east. So I took the rental car haphazardly. Nobody knew. Mom's watching. She's like, what? You did what? I drove alone through Death Valley without all the supplies, the water. Nobody knew. I'm in a rental car. And some really amazing, life-changing, life-affirming things happened. And I express it on Masters Mantras Live on episode 8 on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. And of course, we go back to this picture here, with it being my sister's birthday today. So again, I raise a glass. Anybody see people joining us now? Some new names joining us. So I raise a glass to you and you and you and you and you. Cheers once again. We're going to be having some guests too. There's a number of people in the industry and outside the industry who've asked me. People have been asking me to do this for years, and I'm glad I got a chance to do it. I've been meaning to do this for so long, to come on live on social media with you. It's just that if you've followed me, you know that I'm always running around all the time, and I'm so glad that I've been able to do this. And, you know, as we're going along, we're tweaking, we're doing a lot of different things. And any suggestions you have or anything you'd like to see, certainly let me know. If you know, I'm always open to a whole bunch of suggestions, but some guests and some other cool things are going to be happening too. On this Sunday, I'm not sure of the time yet. You guys let me know what time is good for you, but I'm going to be doing a breakfast, a Sunday breakfast with Jim. Sunday, right here at the home studio, right here at Jim Masters TV on Facebook. It's going to be very casual. We're going to have the food in front of us. We'll chat, we'll catch up, and we'll have some surprises as well. So this Sunday, not sure of the time yet, so keep checking the Jim Masters TV page on Facebook. Let me know what's good for you. Obviously, I won't do it at 6 o'clock in the morning, Eastern, you know, Central, Mountain, or Pacific. I won't do 6 in the morning. Maybe 10 a.m. or 11, or should I do a noon brunch? You guys let me know. That's something that I've been thinking about, is doing a breakfast with Jim on Sunday morning. And if it works out where people like that, maybe I'll do that on a regular basis as part of this series of shows. Omelets. Yes, Ken wants omelets. What kind of omelets, Ken? There's many different kinds. You just want a plain. You know, I love some, you know, I miss is going to the restaurant, having some eggs Benedict. We've been trying to help out the restaurants by doing local. Of course, we're doing a lot of cooking here at home too. And I'm sure a lot of you too are doing that. And that's a great thing. Maybe we'll do some of that as well in here on the show. But if you are cooking some things, what are some special things that you've been cooking? Have you been cooking things that you've been experimenting with? A lot of people are doing that. They're cooking with their kids. They're cooking with their spouses and partners and friends. That's fun when you get a chance to get everybody in the kitchen and do some cooking. All right. So I'm going to wish my sister again a nice happy birthday as we're live. Ken had asked me what's going to be the topic for today's show. And I said there's going to be a few surprises. We're going to have lots of fun, and we're going to chat together. So Christine wants Bloody Marys. Oh, so should I have the Bloody Marys, or are you going to have Bloody Marys while we're on? And what's a good time? We're Eastern here. For anybody that's watching around the world, we are Eastern Standard Time. So like right now, it's almost 10 to 8 p.m. Eastern. So what do you think is a good time for you guys if I was to do breakfast with Jim on Sunday morning? We'll have the toast, we'll have everything ready. Ken wants a veggie omelet. Very good. That's healthy. That's really good. I love those too. Sometimes I do it with egg whites. And I put a little reduced fat Swiss cheese in it. Oh, it's really good. And a couple of other little spices. Mimosas. Ken does the veggie omelet, but he doesn't pass on the mimosa. Like how that works. Martha, her son is a musician that does regular live feeds since he can't do live shows. That's great too. And James Taylor Music. Is that James Taylor Jr. Music? Is that his name? Well, good name, James, because that's my name too. That's cool. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Hopefully I'll be doing that too with the guitar. We'll share that with you soon. And a little singing as well. There's a bunch of stuff we've got planned that a lot of people have been asking for. 9 or 10 a.m. Marianne Kelly, who's in New Jersey, says 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern for breakfast with Jim on Sunday. What do you guys think? Is Marianne on the money there? Is that a good time? Will you be up at 9 a.m.? Obviously, the churches, synagogues, they're not obviously open. At least in the Northeast to go. That's fantastic. That's a cool name, Martha, saying that's our son's real name. So why don't you join me in wishing all those who are having birthdays this week, and my sister today who has her birthday, join me in saying and singing happy birthday to my sister Lori. Ken says 10 o'clock. For the Sunday brunch with Jim here on Jim Masters TV. Also, a reminder, check out my YouTube channel for all the content that's on there as well at Jim Masters TV. Also, you can find me on Instagram. If you go to the channel, be sure and subscribe too, and I'll subscribe to you if you guys have channels. I'm subscribed to a lot of people. I'm a believer in one helps the other and supporting each other. I'm a Libra, so I'm about balance and harmony. If we can all help each other, that's really, really important. Ken says 10 o'clock. Ooh, donuts and coffee Sunday morning, yum. That's what Martha says. So it looks like 10 o'clock might be a good time. Are we up and about at 10 a.m. on Sunday? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so let's do this. I don't think I've ever done this I think I did it once on television. Maybe. It was probably the night I had to write in. Yeah, there was a night that I was the junior MC for the Clyde Beatty Cole Brothers Circus. It was TV 26 night. It was for a television station. It was actually in Connecticut, and I was working for the television station. I was the host. I was the weatherman. I was a news reporter. I was the voice of the station. I was the traffic manager. We did everything there. It was a great, great station. And they asked me, they said, Jim, can you go to TV 26 night with the circus? We need somebody from the station to go out. And you got to dress up in the bow tie and the hat and do the whole thing. You're going to work with the actual MC, the big guy who's with the big deep voice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clyde Beatty Cole Brothers Circus. It's TV 26 night. So I was also told, not until I got there, that I had to ride on an elephant. Now, I don't know. There's a lot. I could write a book on all the things I did in my career and for the cars and the good of it all. And maybe I will in the memoir, Master's Memoirs, hashtag. I had to ride on an elephant. They said, Mr. Masters, one of the things that the station didn't tell you is you have to ride on an elephant. Now, of course, I've ridden horses and ponies and all kinds of things, right? We've all done that maybe through our youth and maybe later in life. An elephant, no. The way they had to hoist, I'm in this nice tuxedo type thing with the red bow tie and the hat and everything. And the way they had to hoist me up on this elephant, it was really interesting. I'm glad that the TV station had the camera on me facially from the front and didn't get the rear view of the hoist. Because these days, if that was posted, that would be a viral hoist. So I'm up on the elephant, and I don't know if you know about riding an elephant, especially one of those monster ones at a circus, and you don't really see that anymore. However, back then they had it. There's no seat. There's no harness. There isn't anything like a horse. You are on this elephant who has these big floppy Dumbo-like ears. It's very cute in a way. And you're sort of like where the head, where the back and the neck dip down, and you're in sort of that little cubby of the neck. And that's where I was. And I'm basically almost hanging on to the ears as they're waving. I take one hand off and waving while I'm still holding on to the other ear and smiling. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God, I'm going to be thrown from an elephant live on TV. It was really funny. And I think they have that on tape. They've got that on tape somewhere. But I think also that night I was asked to sing with a lot of the people who were part of the circus crew. So it was a lot of fun. Let's see. I follow you on everything. Thank you, Martha. I appreciate that. I love that. And obviously, I must be doing something right for you to do that. And I really appreciate that. Tell all your friends, neighbors, countrymen, countrywomen to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Jim Masters TV for all of those. And Christine says, I have a friend who joined a group and moved to Nashville just before the pandemic started, and they're starving there. All the gigs are canceled. That is very true. Yes. Like I said, TV shoots that I would normally be doing right now for even shoots right now we'd be doing for public television. A lot of the studios are closed. The shoots for close-up television, the shoots for the lifestyle travel TV series I do on CW, Fox, CW affiliates. We're actually doing some online interviews with some of the restaurateurs and things of that nature. But if you follow me, you know we go with the crew to a lot of those restaurants. Although the restaurants are pretty much closed, some of them are opening up for outdoor dining here and there. But generally, we're on hiatus with that. So same thing, yes. A lot of people it's been a real pause, and they've had to become ingenious and pivot and creative. So bless everybody that's been affected by this. Ken loves the food shoots. So do I. Priscilla here too in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's where you've been helping promote the virtual gigs via your Facebook page, street level. You know what? Priscilla, thanks also for letting everybody know today when I posted that I was going to be on tonight at 7 Live. You had sent that out to the world, and I appreciate you doing that. That's really nice of you to do that. I appreciate the fact that you think of lightening things up. Robin, I love doing that. Your thoughtfulness is truly appreciated. Cheers to you, and cheers to you as well. Thank you for the inspiration, bringing a smile to us during this difficult time. I try to do that in everything I do during the difficult times and even during the good times. It's just who I am. I don't know any other way. Christine says, wow, that's basically a good way to sum up what's going on these days, right? So anyway, I keep digressing because I know I want to do something special. I'm going to sing happy birthday to my sister, Lori. Strike up the band. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. All right. Jim is so positive. We really need more of that, especially in these times. If there's a way I can clone myself, I appreciate that, Ken. That's what really, I feed off the energy of other people. If you go to YouTube and you listen to the Master's Mantra episode 11, Master's Mantras Live, you'll really understand how I feed off the energy of other people and how I'm really a communal person. When I say I feed off the energy of other people, I love the energy of other people, and then I give it back tenfold. It really feeds me. So I love all the comments from all of you, Sharon and Christine and Priscilla and Ken and Robin and everybody. So for my sister in Florida right now, beautiful sunny Florida, it's probably about 85 degrees there in Florida. We're going to sing her a happy birthday. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Who's going to lead us off? Christine, you, Priscilla, Ken, are you going to? Robin, you going to lead us off? Sharon? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you. Pretty good, huh? Not bad. I just threw that together. And let's do it again. Because remember, 20 seconds, happy birthday, twice. At least that's what they say, right? And you got to do this, and you got to do this, and then you got to do this, and then you got to do this, and then you got to do this. It was really interesting about all of this with the pandemic is the washing of the hands and the fact that that's what Mom told us to do when we were kids. Wash those hands. Wash the hands when you're getting up in the morning. Wash the hands before dinner. Wash the hands when you come in from playing. Wash the hands before you go to bed. It all goes back. It's old school. What goes around comes around. All of this chaos and all of this technology and all these things that we've got. And it comes down to having enough toilet paper and washing your hands. How amazing. Thank you very much, Lori. My sister she does singing as well. So thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you, Robin. I'm going to share a little more of the singing. I haven't really, it's amazing. You see me as such a communicator and so much more, but the singing part, I haven't expressed as much, though I do it. So I think I'm going to share more of that with you on these episodes here on Facebook. Cherish your yesterdays, dream your tomorrows, live your today, enjoy your special days you celebrate. Happy birthday from Lori, from Martha Oliver Swartz. That's very nice. So since we have to do it twice, we'll do it one more time for Sis. And did the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday song, Christine. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. And I love you very much. as you're watching there in Florida with our mother who we love. Happy birthday to you, you. There you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Such a gracious and generous host, Mary Ann. You've been obviously talking to my mother, haven't you? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ken, thank you very much as well. If you like the singing, we'll throw some more of that in. There's a few other things that we can throw in. Want to have fun with this. This is meant to have fun. We'll talk about some good news as we go along. I'll take you on location, more places as we go along. Hopefully it won't be a tornadic windstorm like it was the other night. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. And when it's your birthday, I'll say happy birthday to Sharon. I'll sing birthday for all of you. Love you, Lori. Love you guys. So remember, as I said, and you don't have to go to Newport, Rhode Island to get one of these. Just breathe. Just relax. Just count the blessings. Really count the blessings. Count all the blessings that we have because we're lucky. We're lucky because you're here, I'm here, and we're together. That alone, we are so ahead of the game. The fact that we're all here right now, whether you're in your home, wherever you are right now, probably we're all in our homes. This is the home studio here. And, it's a blessing that we're here and to be grateful. And I know you hear that from so many people all the time. And, but I truly mean it. It's really important that we are grateful and we count our blessings and that we celebrate those little things like the birds chirping outside the window. It sounds Pollyanna, doesn't it? Not so much now when we go through what we've gone through collectively. Suddenly it is those little things in life that really stand out. The sound of the toast popping up from the toaster, time with the loved ones, even if you're on the phone with them, doing hobbies and things that you used to do, pulling out all the toys like we did last night from childhood and sharing the memories together with wonderful people like you, singing happy birthday live on social media to my sister, which I never did before, putting a show together like this and having you all participate in it, not where I'm just telling you what we're doing, where you're guiding it along with me. That's very important to me. And I look forward to doing it again. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and we'll have some surprises. Again, we're lining up some great guests for you and a lot more. Tell me what you'd like this to be. I wholeheartedly listen. And if there's some cool things you want me to do, if you want me to do some shout outs, think about people in your life that you want me to wish well coming up. Feel free to let me know because I'm a big believer in that. Robin, thank you very much. It's been my honor to have you here as well. You too, Ken and Sharon and Lori and Robin and Christine and Mike and all of you. Priscilla, we're going to wrap it up so that way there you can finish your amaretto or your wine, or you can put your feet up and relax, or you can do whatever it is you're doing to get by. Mary Vasquez Ramirez just chimed in. How are you? Good to see you. I cheer you as well. We're having a little amaretto. We welcome everybody. Mary, thank you very much for joining us as well. We had a wonderful time. I hope you're doing well. Mary, where are you watching from? We've had people from all over the United States. We've got people in from Canada and from Europe watching right now. Karen, thank you very much. Karen, again, I interviewed professionally on the radio, so she's seeing Jim Masters behind the scenes off air. And I hope the Jim Masters you're seeing here lives up to the Jim Masters that you know professionally. Mary Vasquez Ramirez is from Connecticut. Yes, I will save you a drink. And once the flights are going, my sister Lori, and everything is back to normal, we will toast, clang. We will toast with amaretto or the liquid of your choice. It's on me. Let's see. And we'll have some of Mom's chicken paprika that you love so much. I wonder if Mom made you the chicken paprika, one of your favorite dishes that our mom makes. What my mother does is if she's in the area, when it's her birthday, That's a cute thing, isn't it? That family still does that. She knows what our favorite dishes are, and she will make those favorite dishes. When she comes here to visit, if she could get away with cooking all the meals all week long, all of our favorite stuff, she would do that. And as a matter of fact, I think the last time she was here, she did do that. But the time before, I said, you're not doing that. We're taking you out. You've done enough. It's got to be one hand washes the other. Wishing everyone a blessed and safe evening. Sharon, you too. Thanks for joining us. This is Jim Masters thanking you for your time. This time till next time, I'll be back. I guess that's my cue. Saved by the bell, the text going off. Thanks for being with us. I really, really appreciate it. It's so much of a blessing to have you here. You are a caring big brother. Lori is fortunate. Thank you. I appreciate that, Karen. It's a blessing to have family and to be loved and to share your love. We'll be back next evening, 7 p.m. That's Thursday, the 7th of May. And I hope you will be here as well. We'll either be here at the home studio, or if the weather is beautiful, maybe we'll take you on location again. Really love having you here from all around the world. It's so great to see you. Thanks for all the engagement, the interaction. I love it. You guys have a wonderful night. I tip my hat to you. I raise my amaretto to you, and I toast again to you and you and you and you, and to Sis. Love you guys. We will see you again. Thanks for being with us on Jim Masters Live. Looks like the extended edition. Thanks for hanging on. Can't believe it's 10 after 8 already. Wow. Whew. You guys can certainly talk. Have a good night. Love you all. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget to relax. Have a good night.